asked me to join the Congress and to participate, I was kind of hesitant because actually I didn't know exactly what this Congress, the aim and the objective, and will it really do what you're saying it will do. In the region, I have never seen anything like this, so I wasn't familiar with it. But after experiencing and seeing what really happened and seeing it live, the whole perspective changed, and it got me much more excited and enthusiastic to keep it moving forward, and hopefully it will be moving forward. When we first, I was there when we were preparing for the Congress, I have noticed certain students were just sitting alone, shy, not active, not participating, not communicating with each other. Everybody sitting on his own. It's like 10 individuals. However, when you see at the end of the progress, they all became a group. And I think because all of them, they came for the same goal, which is basically to become something, to somebody, which is really important. And all of them has really goals, and they had a plan for the future. Based on that, so they all had the same synergy, which they clicked. That, in addition to the progress that during the Congress they learned, I've seen a lot of huge change. For example, Ghassan was totally shocked when he first started, and his last speech, his closing speech, was outstanding, because you can see at the beginning he was shy. He was okay, just like normal people, like us. But at the end, he became a very persuasive speaker, and he was more of a... The highlights of the program were mainly different things. First, the change that I've seen in the students and the progress from normal people to potential leaders or startup leaders, if you want to say. And I felt at the end the parents' feedback. The parents were really emotional and they were really effective, because we really hit the spark, and which means that you did a great job. So when you did a great job, it means that the Congress did what it needs. And we met in 3 days, we met all their parents' feedback, which they have been living with them for the past 15 years. And you just get it, and basically we have found the weaknesses, and we asked them to work on it, and we have found the positives, and we asked them to empower it, and this is a really positive thing of the Congress.
Since you are talking about
schools, actually, it's one of the things that I wanted to discuss with you is I believe this program should be an annual program and not just 3 days. I think this should be working parallel with schools, and should be like ongoing, like a social club activity where students will be taking education from schools, but boosting their creativity and becoming leaders as well at the same time. And this is affecting a lot on the students' performance. So by having this program include a must for the students, the school would be preparing the students for the real life, not just educationally, because I'm sure math or science and all of these would be helping them in their day job, but in real life communication skills, the creativity, because they can teach you, for example, how to use in university to use Photoshop, but they don't teach you to become creative and come up with this stuff. So this program, it triggers the creativity, and it helps to come up with, be creative and become a leader. Because this is what differentiates a computer scientist from one to another. One guy he made up his company because he was a leader. He took the initiative, and he set up his, like Steve Jobs, for example. He because he was a leader, or the Facebook guy, Michael Zuckerberg. So he's just like a computer IT guy, like any other guy. Why did he succeed and the others not? So he had the leader in him, and he had the initiative. In school, this is not learned. This is usually learned in real life and by experience. So no school teaches this, and this is what the Congress does. It teaches and pushes to become a leader and become one of these iconic people. I think one of the speeches or one of the sayings of late His Highness Sheikh Zayed is the greatest wealth that God had given UAE is its people, which is the human resources. So he said invest in manpower. And this is kind of an investment in manpower. So basically, the community really needs this. There is a missing gap, and that's why the Western, they are much more, advanced. You can see, you can have all the infrastructure to create leaders. Here we don't have this infrastructure, and this is one of the pilot projects that the region has, which is starting by UAE, is this program, which is a pilot project for creating leaders. One thing that your program is, the advantages of your program, it's promoting active learning. It's a different type of learning. In school, it's more stressful, and the students, not all schools promote this type of learning, which not all schools attract students to enjoy learning. During this program, they wanted to stay more. 3 days were not enough, and even though it was a weekend and it was fun for them, at the same time, they were learning, and the purpose was achieved. So statistically, active learning had been proven much more successful, boosting the capacity for the student to grasp from 30% to 90%. And this is basically keeping students always wanting to learn more, just like any type of fun for them, but at the same time, it's educational fun. And this is really adds value to the students. Other thing that your program is really adding value to the students is focusing more on the EQ, which is a gap in our education. And this EQ now, it's a very important part of our life, because even if you had honors list in your university, but if you're not able to pass an interview, you would lose that job. And probably an average student with very good communication skills and persuasive skills, he would get a job. So this program, it basically focuses on real life matters where in the future are much needed. And even if they want to go to university, there's some universities require interviews. So they always now to differentiate between a student or a candidate to a job or another is basically their social life, their added value. It's not only because too many graduates are graduating every year, and they should find an added value to every candidate. So some of them might be two equal candidates, same degrees at university, but one has much more social life, more communication skills. He might be good in sports, which is might be an important part for the company. So these parts are not filled by the education system, which is currently available. This program covers these parts. The games that I have seen in the program, all of them are fun and they achieve a purpose. Some of them, for example, were videos where students, they have to see the moral or see the real message behind a video or skit or any type of game. So this was really keep putting them to look behind or between the lines, behind the scenes, and see what really the author or the purpose is aimed for. So they're sitting in different perspectives. They're sitting in the seat of somebody else in order to reach what they want to reach. I would love to attend because I felt the first Congress had made a change. And all of us would like to make a change in this life because we are whereas we'll be leaving this life sooner or later. So what you have done will be left or traced. So even if it's a small change, but it's like a butterfly effect, these young people become leaders and they will be affecting new leaders. So I would love to be always participating in such a change to new leaders. My advice to the parents is don't hesitate. Just as I was taking, it's not a risk, I was just taking a chance to see and work with this team, and I felt how really great this is. I advise you, I'm sure that you are feeling the same for your children because your children are really important, but don't hesitate. Just give it a try and see the difference in 3 days or 2 days.